Hey, Mark the Meerkat here with Grok Trade with the trade of the day. I'm going to talk today about two different trading patterns, but only one of them that I actually got a trade in. And these are on 1 minute charts for day trading. Here we go. It was on RIVN. Here it was after opening, came down here, and what was it doing? It was doing a bear flag right here. And then what did it do? It broke down. Oh no. So missed that one. And look at it go. Look at it all the way down here, and then it was starting to low base here right at 55.25 area. So you say, well, so what? Well, that ended up being a 3% drop, here before it started a low base down here. So if you want to know more about what that is, I'll show you in just a second. But now it's doing a second setup, and this is what got my attention here, is it was setting here at right at the $55 level. And so that is it's in a downtrend. The markets were falling at the moment, and so I was going to set up a short on this one just below $55. So let's see. This is called a low base. So let's go ahead and take a look here at our free chart school at freeonlinetradingeducation.com. freeonlinetradingeducation.com, and go to chart school right there. And these are some of the trading patterns that we teach in our mentoring class. Is when you can use them for day trading, you can use them for swing trading, you can use them for longer term position trading. And this is called a low base. Well, first of all, what did we see? We saw a bear flag. That's the very first one listed there, and it shows you a picture of it. It comes down, it comes back up in a channel. If it breaks below that, it could be a very powerful drop, and it talks about it right here. And then you can also hear some examples of it from, these are daily charts here, where each candle is a day. Look at that one, just fell. And these are previous day trading charts here in which this, again, very powerful when it fell. I missed the last one for a 3%. Oh well. And then the other one we're now looking at is the low base. What I did was I waited until there was another setup. I missed the first one. So we're going to go to chart patterns here, and we're going to go to low base right down here. So that's another way to access it. And here's a picture of the low base. And it was right here, and it happened to be around the $55 area. Set my trade just below there. If it falls down, it could be very powerful. And again, here's some daily charts here. There's the setup on that one. Look at this one is there, and it fell, and this one here is low basing, and it fell. So that's what we're going to take a look at here right now. And that's our setup here. We're starting to do a low base. So I set my trade just below the $55 area, and it's still sitting there, and then there it goes. It broke down below 55. Let me stretch this out just a little bit here so we can get a better look. There we go. And then I have a 1% attached stop here, just exactly 1% away, as I do on all of my trades. Always trade with a stop. And then it sat down here for a little while, and in fact, it sat there for, whoops, here it goes, it's falling down. Here we go. And it fell down here, and now it's starting to base down here. So I set up a half order to get out half, because my rule says if it sits here for 2 or 3 minutes, I'm going to take out a partial. So again, it sat there for another minute. So I went ahead, and it was 3 minutes down here. I went ahead and I took out half at 53.68 for 2.3% on that first half. Then I reset my stop, and this is just a little hard to recreate, because what happened was after I got out, it dropped all the way down here, dropped almost another 1%. So I had my stop up here above 54, and I pulled it down here to this range while the candle was way down here. And then what I do, it came all the way back up. Didn't stop me out quite yet. And then on the next candle, it went down again and then came back up and stopped me out at 53.76 for 2.1% on the second half. So let's take a look here at what this trade looks like overall. It was a low base. Again, I was patient enough to wait for another high probability setup. Low base here, I got in. It didn't immediately drop, and then it dropped. And boy, look at the volume when it dropped down here. And it was low basing down here with descending volume. But then it started to break to the upside. And the markets were also going up at this time. So I was losing my advantage of being in short when the market was falling. And then look at that. It really took up after a while. So that was my total trade was for 2.2% in 9 minutes. Now, and interesting is what happened after that. See, look at that, formed a big, huge symmetrical triangle. That's another one you could go to our chart school and look at. And this time it broke out to the upside and ran up here for a while. So different trading patterns are forming all the time. These are 1 minute candles, but they form on daily candles, they form on weekly candles, and you can set up your trades to get high probability setups. If you want to learn to trade the Grok Trade way, just go to groktrade.com, and you go to our mentoring program. We do mentoring program where we have 3 days of intensive training to give you the knowledge you need. And after the 3 days of intense training, from that point forward, we are your mentors as you apply that new knowledge, because we want to give you wisdom. Definition of wisdom is knowledge rightfully applied. Just knowing it all is nothing. You've got to know. You have to be coached on how to apply it over time. And that's what we do here at Grok. So you can read all about it here. If you want to know more about our trading program, where the next 3 day intensive is set up here for later in March here. I just fill this out and we'll have a discovery call with you. We'll just talk with you about what your trading is, and if there's an opportunity that perhaps you could benefit by attending our 3 days of intensive training, and then more importantly by the mentoring that would be provided after that. This is Mark the Meerkat here. Just remember that if you trade like a reckless hero, you'll end up with zero. Trade well, and may your winners run.